Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a much highly requested one, and this is going to be my Amazon must-haves part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, I'm going to link it on the screen now and you can go and check that one out. And I asked you guys in that video if you wanted a part 2 and a continuation of that, and there was a resounding yes. So that's what I'm going to be filming in today's video. So if you don't know, this is basically going to be a video all about the amazing things that you can find on Amazon and some of my like must-have items, some things that maybe you'd be surprised to find on there, some things that maybe are game-changing in certain ways, and basically just my must-have items from Amazon. So let's jump straight into part 2. Okay, so the first item I wanted to talk about, this is going to be a game changer for you if you are in the creative industry, if you're a blogger or a YouTuber yourself and you need your phone a lot for filming. So I personally have a tripod and I kind of wanted to put that in the video, but there was no way I was going to be able to show it to you because I literally need it to be filming right now. So I wanted to talk about this, and this is basically a phone holder for your tripod. So this bit just screws into the bit of your tripod and you can put it either so your phone's like that way. Oh wait, I've got my phone here. So you can put it so your phone's either that way, or you can turn it around so that your phone is horizontal. Vertical, horizontal, yes. So your phone is horizontal, and it's just an absolute game changer. I use it loads for filming TikTok videos. I personally prefer to film TikToks on my phone. I find it a lot easier, and then you can like literally do everything on the app. And also my IGTV videos, I just find that the ratio is a lot better on your phone, and it's just so much easier to edit that way. So I use this loads. It's really handy and something that I literally could not live without. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is quite a big trend going on at the moment, and that's like very aesthetic and eco-friendly storage, and it's these cereal jars. Now they're not specifically designed for cereal. I think they're called pasta jars. I'll obviously link them down below, but I've personally been using them for cereal and I find them so handy at keeping cereal fresher for longer. A big issue that I have is that even when you like fold down the like packaging and fold up the cardboard, is that I was finding if I don't go through it quickly, my cereal was going quite stale. So I've recently switched to using these and they are so handy. I'm actually thinking about getting labels for these so that I can write on what each thing is, but I really love these. I think they're so handy, and they're really helping me transition into a much more aesthetically pleasing kitchen, so that all the storage looks really aesthetically pleasing, and it just looks really organized. I'm slowly transitioning. I'm still not there at the moment, but these are definitely helping me get there. Item number 3 is probably my best quarantine specific item, and that is watercolor paints. So I bought these online off Amazon. They took a couple of weeks to arrive, but I'll link a couple of different alternatives down below, and they have been so fab. So this is actually the box here, and they have just, I mean, you can tell that I've been using them, but it's just got a few colors and you can mix up your own colors, and they're really cheap and actually really good. So if I show you, for example, actually this is something that I did the other day. Really simple, just a little kind of like lavender style flower, and you can mix up your own colors and create your own artwork. I didn't want to include the paintbrushes and the artist pad as 2 separate items, so I will link them down below if you want to shop them, but if we counted them in this video, then that's technically 12 things, and I didn't want to make it that. I just wanted to talk about mainly the paints because they've really been helping me throughout quarantine. You guys know I'm really big on like colouring and using things that take your mind off of like everyday life and can be really used as a distraction. I quite like working with my hands and like doing something, so I found that painting has been a really calming exercise for me, and actually it just makes the time melt away, and I can be painting for like 2-3 hours and I'll look at the clock and be like, that felt like 10 minutes. So I would definitely recommend getting yourself some paints if you are struggling for things to do. One big thing for me is I don't have anywhere to go outside, so when the sun is shining and I feel like I'm trapped indoors, I just want something to take my mind off everything so that I don't think. I can literally just use my hands and work, and I would definitely recommend getting your hands on some watercolor paints. So So the next item I think is going to be a bit of a surprise to everyone, and that is your favourite magazines. Now, you can actually shop a lot of your favourite magazines on Amazon, and one that I would definitely recommend picking up is Serial magazine. Now, it's a little bit pricier in terms of how magazines go, but they don't have that many issues, so it's kind of like, it's thicker, it's got a lot of volume inside of it, and I think they come out quarterly, so I think it's only 4 a year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how this works. So obviously it's a bit more expensive, but I think you do get more for your money. And I really love Serial magazines. They're just really aesthetically pleasing. They've got some like fashion, some home bits in there, and I just absolutely love them. They are such a great magazine, and I do find it quite difficult to get your hands on. If you are a big fan of Serial magazine, you'll probably understand how annoying it is when you're looking for it and you can't find it in any shop. So the fact that you can get them on Amazon is such a game changer for me, and it means that I can get my favorite magazine so much easier, and I'm really starting to get a bit of a collection of these magazines now. Now, this next item doesn't look like much, but this has been an absolute game changer for me. Now, if you're someone who likes cheese, and particularly likes grated cheese, this is going to change your life. Ah! So this is actually a cheese grater, and it comes in this pot. I can't remember what it's called. It's called like a prism cheese grater or something, and it's really difficult to show without it like slipping off. But basically it clips onto the pot, and then it means when you're grating your cheese, everything goes straight into the pot below. You don't have to worry about plates, you don't have to worry about the cheese grater slipping, any faff, it going everywhere. It is absolutely fabulous. And then you've got different levels of grating depending on what you like. I usually go for this one just for reference if anyone wants to know what size I like to grate my cheese, and it is an absolute game changer. And then it also means if there's a lot of cheese left over, put the lid on and you can put it back in the fridge and come back to it another day. And this has honestly just changed my life. I use it so much. We really love having like fajitas on like grating cheese on like pasta and stuff, and it means that it's just so much easier and there's so much less faff when it comes to actually grating the cheese. Another thing I'll sometimes do is if there's like just like a little bit left, I'll just pop it in the pot rather than like wrapping it in, you know, single-use cling film or anything like that. I'll just pop it in this pot, and then it means when I come to grate the next bit of cheese, it's already in there for me. So this is honestly such a game changer. I absolutely love it. I've spoken about these before, and if you follow me for a while, you'll know about these Jordan's Skinny Coffees, I think they're called. It's Jordan's Skinny Syrups. And as much as I hate the fact that they're called skinny syrups, they are basically syrup for your coffee that is 0 calorie, and it is, oh, that's annoying, it doesn't say on this because this came in a pack. It's 0 calorie and 0 sugar, so it means it's a much healthier alternative if you are into sweetened coffee like I am. I used to literally love syrups. Like every time I go to Starbucks, I'd get like a vanilla latte, until I realised how many calories were in that shot of syrup. And I'm not a calorie counter, like I'm not someone who really weighs herself or really is that bothered about how many calories I consume, but when you realise that like you literally could have had a whole meal by the time you've had 3 coffees in a day, that's when you know you've got a problem. So I've now switched to these, and they are absolutely fabulous. They come in this size, and then there's also a bigger size that you can get, and this is the salted caramel one. I'm showing you this one because this is the only one that is unopened in my cupboard. The other 2 are like half full now, and I really love these. I think they are so fab, and especially for like iced lattes, it's great because you don't have to worry about sugar or sweetener like dissolving, because obviously it's iced, it doesn't like dissolve as easily. You just add a shot of this and you are good to go, and I really love these for my coffee. Next item, if you follow my home account, you would have seen the lamp in the corner of our living room quite a lot because it is just my favourite thing in the world. It's quite like a retro, like industrial style lamp, and the thing I wanted to talk about that we've added to it is this bulb. Now, Amazon is a really great place to get more like industrial, cool, retro bulbs, and I find that they sell them a lot cheaper than a lot of like actual shops. That was one thing we did kind of struggle when we were looking for these kinds of things, is that some shops sell them for really expensive, and I just don't understand why they're that price. So I definitely recommend picking them up on Amazon, and I really love how they look. It's a much more like orangey and like cool vibe that it gives. So it's not like a bright lamp. If you're looking for a bright lamp, these aren't the kind of things that you want. But if you want something that like sets the mood, is perfect for a movie night, if you just want like a little bit of light, and you want something that's like setting a vibe, I would definitely recommend getting your hands on these because they look so cool as well in your home. I think my favourite thing about doing these Amazon must-haves is that I can put really random things in these videos, and these are probably the most random thing I'm ever going to talk about on my channel, and these are ice lolly moulds. Now, I know that they've got the ones with like the sticks that are more classic. I much prefer these. They're kind of like Calippo style ice lollies, mainly because they're a lot less messy, and if you've got one with a stick, it can start dripping down and you feel like a toddler who can't control like how messy she is when she eats, and that's just, I don't need that in my life. So I really like this style, and they are so easy to use. So you literally pop the lid off and then you fill inside, and I often fill it with either like lemonade or apple juice or just anything that I've got in the cupboard, and you can freeze it and then you come to it the next day and you've got a lovely ice lolly. So I really like this, especially for when the weather's a bit warmer and you're just looking for something like just a bit cool to kind of like, I feel like, you know what I mean, when it's really warm and you're just craving an ice lolly. These are perfect and so much cheaper than going to Asda and buying like packs of ice lollies in, again, non-reusable packaging. So I would definitely recommend getting your hands on these. And on to item number 9. So the second to last item that I'm going to talk about is eucalyptus leaves. Now, I know I spoke about picking up pampas grass from Amazon, but I wanted to talk about how they have a whole range of like faux flowers and foliage that you can get online. So I recently picked up some eucalyptus leaves, and you can literally buy them as like little packets. It comes as like, I'll link it down below, but it basically comes as like one stem with like a few different leaves on it, and what I actually did was I ended up cutting it at the bottom so that it would fit into this little pot here. This is a pot from my H&M home haul. Again, I'll link that on the screen. If you haven't watched it yet, go and check it out. And it looks really cute. It's really difficult to show because like they keep falling down when I'm holding it like this, but they basically just look really cute in the pot. They just sit on my dressing table and add a bit of foliage to it, and I really love how it looks. I definitely would recommend getting faux foliage. I am not one that keeps plants alive very well. I am not one that looks after them. I am horrendous. So I would definitely recommend picking up some faux foliage, and it's really handy because I think it only cost me about £2.99 to get that one little stick. So I just wanted a tiny little sprig of eucalyptus, and I didn't know how easy it would be to get that. And actually I literally bought like one little stem, and I've still got a few left that I can put into other pots, which I think is so handy. So yeah, definitely recommend picking up some eucalyptus. And on to the last item. Now this is a Himalayan salt lamp, and I know you guys have probably seen so many people talking about them, but I just had to include it in this video because I absolutely love it. Now you might be thinking, Ellie, that's a lamp, where has the wire gone? And funny story, I ended up taking out the bulb. So the way that these are made, it means it's quite easy for you to just slip out the bulb from inside and take it out. So I didn't actually turn this on all that much. It sits in my dressing room, and the fact that it doesn't give like that much light, I didn't really want it for the kind of like ambiance. I wanted it more for how it looks. I really love the pink salt rock. And I love how it looks on my dressing table, and the wire was just really killing my vibe, and the fact that I was never turning it on, I was like, what is the point in having the wire? So I actually ended up taking the bulb out and just having it as like a little statue ornament thing on my dressing table, and I really love how it looks. I'm a big fan of having like crystals and like that kind of thing around my flat, so having the Himalayan salt lamp, or salt rock really, that's not a lamp anymore, I just really love the vibe and how much it kind of like completes my dressing table. Okay guys, so that was everything that I wanted to show you in this version of my Amazon must-have. This is the part 2, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you haven't seen part 1, make sure to go and check it out, and if you did like this video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribed for more videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!